What's up everyone and welcome to a quick weapon review. Topic of this one, the signature primary weapon of our newest frame Wisp, the Fulmin. You can grab the blueprint for this one on the market, which looks super nice now and is a lot clearer about what it's selling. It's not super expensive to build the weapon though, although it does require some of the new resource at the amalgams drop. It's only 350 though, which doesn't really take too long to get whatsoever. It's also worth noting that it is locked behind Mastery 8. So what do you get from the weapon once it's built? Well, it's a dual fire primary weapon using rifle mods, has its primary fire as effectively a slug shotgun, and then you toggle it into becoming a fully automatic rifle firing bolts of lightning at the target, which is pretty damn cool. Thankfully the stats are pretty similar, both got good crit damage, reasonable status chance, which is nice because you don't have to sacrifice one of the modes for the other. So talking of the build, I spent forever trying to figure out what to go for, and more formula than I actually needed, as you can see on the screen now. However, I ended up going for crit with heavy cal and corrosive dual stats. This build ended up being the most reliable and by far the most consistent on really tanky units, and heavy cal barely affects either fire mode. This is definitely focused mainly around the shotgun mode, where even if you put vial acceleration on for more fire rate, it only takes it up to about a 4 fire rate, which barely makes a difference. However, if you're going to be using the full auto quite a bit, replacing Vigilante with vial acceleration boosts that full auto quite a bit. You could also go with viral build with hunter munitions, but after a ridiculous amount of testing, I came to the conclusion that the build I'm showing was just all around the stronger build. So with that out of the way, what do I think of the weapon? Well, I actually like it quite a bit. The weapon's decent, it's pretty satisfying to use. Whether it's using that primary fire with the shotgun, just blasting fools in the face, or whether it's switching to that secondary fire and firing lightning at people like you're trying to mimic Emperor Palpatine, it is very satisfying to use. You know me by now, I love theatrics on a weapon. The weapon ticks all the right boxes for me. It looks, well, it looks interesting is the word I think I'm going to use here. The giant suppressor that turns it into a shotgun does actually function as a suppressor as well, and does allow you to get kills with it that will trigger stealth XP multipliers. That can be handy if you're trying to be all sneaky beaky like. But as soon as you open it up to being full auto, the noise combined with the bolts of electricity it fires, I love it so much. But it's more than just the theatrics. You can see in the background now, it's taking down some level 165 gunners. It's not super duper quick, that's pretty much granted, but it is more than capable enough to take these down. So you can imagine what it's going to do at sortie level and below. It is a weapon that is going to deal with the majority of the content in the game, and will be even useful for a while in arbitrations. Especially since the mini cone that the shotgun mode has can take those drones down very, very easily. Does have a couple of downsides though for me. One is with the weapon, and one is, I'll be honest, it's a bit more personal. But still, it's about a feature on the weapon. The first downside is that the range of the shotgun mode is only about 20 meters. Starts losing damage at only 10 meters, but after 20, it's simply not going to hit anything at all. Although, as you can see in the footage, it is affected by Zephyr's Tailwind Augment, so you can up that with some rather creative modding. But outside of that, it's a notable downside. The other downside for me personally is one of its features, the battery style reload that it's got. Now I know that this is going to be a more controversial one, but bear with me. With a battery style, you have to have some trigger discipline to get the most out of a reload. With a standard reload, it reloads and you physically cannot fire until you're ready. However, with a battery style weapon, you can run out of ammo and keep firing and not shoot anything and not regen. And sometimes it can be sort of difficult to know that you've actually run out without physically looking. Or you fire too early during the reload and effectively cancel that reload. I know that this is mostly a me problem, but it is definitely something I class as a bit of a downside. But honestly, it is a pretty decent weapon. I like it quite a bit. Definitely feel that it is worth the former no matter which mode you're planning on using on. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below if you've got it already. I hope you enjoyed my look at the Fulmin. I will have more videos coming soon, So hit that like button, sub for more content, and I shall see you in the next one.